200 miles, 3 days, 3 overland vehicles, and 5 people. Join us on the first run of the Mid-Atlantic's newest overland route, the Monongahela 200. The Monongahela 200 begins in the quaint town of Davis, West Virginia. The route meanders through the town before quickly leaving pavement at one of the area's most popular trails, Forest Road 13, also known as the Canaan Loop. We're in Davis, West Virginia at the Canaan Loop to kick off the inaugural run of the Monongahela 200. So let's hit the trail. I'm back out in the Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. I'm on one of my absolute favorite East Coast trails, the Canaan Loop. The Canaan Loop is the start point for the Monongahela 200, the new route that I created. And I'm excited to be out here running it today. I'm not solo. I have Matt and Jessica from Simply Must Go, my partner Andy from Defiant Off-Road, and his friend Dave. And we're going to be out here for 3 days doing the whole 200 miles of the Monongahela 200. The M200 follows the Canaan Loop through the dense Monongahela National Forest, which today is nearing the peak of its fall colors. The Canaan Loop is an immensely popular trail, and for good reason. It has unrivaled scenery, abundant camping, and direct access to Blackwater Falls State Park. The fall colors in the Monongahela National Forest are truly something to behold, and no video will ever do them justice. The vivid reds, yellows, and greens are something that you must see in person to truly appreciate. Continuing along the Canaan Loop, the trail eventually changes from hard-packed gravel to a rugged two-track that's rocky, bumpy, and almost always wet. The weather so far is great, and the Canaan Loop is giving us a strong start to our planned 3 days on the M200. We're having an absolute blast at this point. While not difficult, the Canaan Loop does provide the closest thing there is to anything technical on the Monongahela 200. Its handful of small rock scrambles combined with water crossings sets it apart from most other trails in the area, contributing to its popularity. Although water levels were lower than usual today, the Canaan Loop did not disappoint us. It definitely reaffirmed why it's one of my top 5 favorite trails on the East Coast. After completing the Canaan Loop, the route moves on to what many consider to be a companion trail to the Canaan Loop, Forest Road 18, also known as Canyon Rim. We're continuing on in the Monongahela National Forest. We're at Canyon Rim now. Canaan Loop was a lot of fun. Very busy though. I don't think I've ever been out there and seen that many people at the Canaan Loop before. But as I said, we're on Canyon Rim now and there are far less people out here. So we are pushing on the Monongahela 200. Canyon Rim more or less parallels the Canaan Loop, following a path on the opposite side of the canyon formed by the Blackwater River. While the trail is markedly less technical than the Canaan Loop, it has, over the last several years, become more rugged and, in some places, washed out. As we made our way along Canyon Rim, it was becoming apparent to me that we were falling behind schedule. The late start and the time-consuming nature of filming was starting to catch up to us. None of that was taking away from the fact that we were absolutely loving this nearly perfect day on a great trail. One of the features that Canyon Rim is most known for is this large washed out section near the halfway point. This washout has gotten markedly easier over the years as trail traffic has worn it down. A few short years ago, charging straight through it was nothing short of impossible. If you go back to my first video from Canyon Rim back from 2022, early 2022, and look the way that washout looked back then, you were not driving straight through that thing in 2022. It's definitely gotten smoothed down quite a bit in the last few years, but it's still fun. After having our fun at the washout, we pressed on. The thought of where to make camp was quickly becoming a priority for us. Got a guy on an adventure bike, a little bit of a problem. Looks like his throttle cable is broken. So trying to help him out, see if we can get him up and running. A makeshift throttle cable with paracord has been jury-rigged. My knowledge of motorcycles is extremely limited, so I don't know how that's going to work, but if they have any more problems, we'll happen up on them again because we're going in the same direction. And we're off. It's never a bad thing to help somebody when you're out on the trail. If you guys watched my Georgia Traverse video, you saw it where I lost a bolt out of a control arm geometry relocation bracket from my old suspension, and the gang from Overland dads that were with us jumped right into action and without even being asked, and got me up and running. So it's always good to help people. So I'm going to show you one of the hidden gems of Canyon Rim. Well, it's not really hidden, it's right off the trail. But yeah, this view. You don't even need a drone out here. Just stand here and look at it. With our good deed for the day done, and having taken in the views from the overlook, we were now racing a sun that was quickly dropping in the west. It was time to make time. Funny how trail conditions change over time, because last time I came out here that really wasn't that much of a washout, and now it's definitely gotten more fun, whereas the other one has gotten easier. Despite sunset rapidly approaching, Canyon Rim offers one more sight that you simply have to make time to see. So this is one of the things about Canyon Rim everybody has to come to, is the Olson Fire Tower. Everybody goes up to the top. If you've watched Defiant Off-Road for any amount of time, you know Will does not do heights. Apparently, Andy doesn't do stairs at this late in the day, and Dave doesn't do rapid, uncontrolled deceleration upon contact with the earth. So we are going to stay here on terra firma while Matt and Jessica go up there. I may harass them with the drone a little bit. I'm almost certainly going to harass them with the drone. Before you have a chance to catch your breath,
okay,
how was it?
It was awesome. The views were great. I've been up there once before. Super foggy out. There was no visibility. It's pristine up there. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Nice. We just left Olson Fire Tower a little while ago. We didn't make it as far today as we were planning on. It was a lot more slow going, and we got a little bit of later start, which honestly is par for the course for Defiant Off-Road. But we found this great campsite by chance, not too far from Olson Fire Tower. Got a fire ring in the middle. There's plenty of room for multiple vehicles. And I think we're going to call this home for tonight, because I don't think we're going to find anything better than this. It looks pretty good. And you can bet your butt I am waypointing it. And Patreon supporters, you'll have access to it on the Patreon page. Matt's recording also.
We're YouTubing.
Look at this.
Are we YouTubers?
We are YouTubers.
We are YouTubers.
We're influencers. We're influencing.
We're influencing.
We're influencing
We're
right
influencing.
Now. Do you feel
YouTubers.
influenced? I feel influenced. So we're getting set up. The campsite is really nice. Sun's gone down. It's starting to get a little chilly, but not too bad. We really got lucky with this campsite, though. Man, it's something else. Let me show you around real quick. Show you what we're working with here, because it's a nice site. Of course, there is the Defiant and my H&S tent. I'm not going to be opening the off-site awning tonight, because the way this campsite's set up, it would be over here. It's not really much use in it. So we're just going to be doing the tent tonight. And Andy's over here with the Ramageddon, and he's got his OVS Everest tent opened up under his Arcane Warrior awning, which is a very robust, well-built, almost overbuilt awning. It's something else. It is really sturdy. And poor Dave is getting stuck outside sleeping on the tent cot, but we have lots of heaters to keep him warm. And they are breaking out dinner supplies over here, and this is where Matt's at. There is the infamous Southlander, which got recognized earlier at the marathon station by that kid hanging out his back window pointing at you.
We got recognized on the trail too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, one of the people that passed us was like, actually specifically said, "Hey, we watch your channel, we love your stuff. When are the VAT files going to be out?"
Yeah, there's the guy right there.
I said, they are out, and you can find them right now.
Yeah, no, we were at the gas station earlier, and Davis said, "I'm getting back in the Defiant, and this what was it, a Suburban? It was a Suburban.
Yeah.
Was pulling up the stop sign. There's like this, looked like probably like 12-year-old kid at his back seat rolling out. He's just pointing at Matt and pointing at his Jeep, and I could see him like, hey, like telling his parents, like, I watched that guy's YouTube. That's what I was like, Matt, you're being fawned over from the stop sign. But yeah, this is a really good campsite, and we got super lucky to find it, and it's going to work out well. There's a chance of rain tomorrow, but we are well prepared for that. So we're going to finish setting up, and then we're going to start getting dinner ready. So it's that time. We're up and packed up, and we're about to hit the trail and start day 2 of the Monongahela 500. It's chilly, damp, but a good night. We're now within the Otter Creek Wildlife Management Area and the Fernal Experimental Forest, which is inside the Monongahela National Forest. And the fall colors out here are pretty intense. And although the trail is just a narrow gravel road, it's following a little creek, and it kind of elevates up where there's a shelf road. And then right now we're right next to the creek, but the sights out here are pretty good. We definitely picked a really good time of year to come through here. The Fernal Experimental Forest is a 4,600-acre section of the Monongahela National Forest that's been set aside for studying forest growth and methods of managing them. It's a lesser-traveled section of the Monongahela that in fall offers spectacular views of the changing colors. We're still traversing the Otter Creek Wildlife Management Area, which you're going to be a while out here. And Matt and I both like flying our drones and getting shots of the scenery and stuff, but when you're within a wildlife management area, you can't launch a drone or land a drone within the WMA. And it is killing us because the views out here right now are incredible. And we're both talking over the radio and just losing our minds because we can't fly right now. But rules are rules. River Road is a popular gravel road that follows Shavers Fork and gives great views of the river. And near its southern end, access to Stewart Recreation Area and the campground there. River Road eventually meanders its way eastward and offers up our next stopping point, the Bickle Knob Observation Tower. So we're at the Bickle Knob Observation Tower right off the Monongahela 200. And as you know, Will doesn't like heights. Well, I tried. I'm on the tower. I just can't make it the rest of the way. I'm not okay with this. Screw this. Yeah, it's not happening. You'll just have to watch Matt's version of this video. See the footage that he shoots from up there. I think this is about as far as I'm gonna go. After departing Bickle Knob and recovering from my harrowing experience of trying to scale the tower, we push on along the route. We're determined to make camp tonight at the Mauer Tract, and that's a lot of miles that we need to cover today. Despite being pressed for time, we're still mesmerized by the incredible fall colors that we're driving through. Words simply can't properly describe how it is to be here this time of year. There's very little that can compare to a trip spent with a great group of people. This trip is proving to be the ideal combination of the perfect people at the perfect time. The long day on the trail, spent pushing hard to make it to our destination, finally pays off as we make our way into this journey's final leg. The final leg of the Monongahela 200 is the Mower Tract. If you watched my video that I shot here about a year and a half ago, you'll know that it is, what I believe anyway, to be some of the best camping on the East Coast, certainly in the Mid-Atlantic. So we're back here at the Cheat River Bridge, which Andy says it's called that because it's old and rickety and you feel like you're cheating death when you drive over it. So we're finishing up the second day. We're gonna head up into the Mower Tract, hopefully get the good campsite that I got last time I was here, and then we'll finish it up tomorrow. As we make our way further down Old Mine Road, eventually it's going to clear out. The area was cleared by the mining company that used to mine here in the 20th century, and since the 80s, the area has been undergoing ecological reclamation, and they've done a very good job out there. They've been replanting the native spruce trees that are out there, but the mountaintops are still cleared off from the mining, so you get some uncharacteristically clear mountain views for the East Coast. Here on the East Coast, we don't have a tree line. The mountains just aren't tall enough to ever get to the point that trees can't grow. So having a mountaintop that is completely cleared off that you can camp on and see for miles and miles around is pretty rare out east, and that's why this place is really special. And my fingers are crossed that the campsite's not taken already. The Mower Tract is one of my favorite areas on the East Coast. And while everyone is taking in the sights, my mind is on one thing: securing a specific campsite here that I love. We're back in our favorite campsite. It was available, and we're lucky because it looks like there's a lot of people out here in this area camping. I sent the drone up a few minutes ago and saw a lot of occupied campsites, but it is just as magnificent as I remember it. It is really great. It made some improvements over the last time. There's a picnic table now and another fire ring. Matt and Jessica are over there. There's the Defiant. There's Andy's Ramageddon. So we're gonna finish setting up camp, and then we're gonna start thinking about dinner. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little while.
I knew it.
Oh, we have fire. I'm not having warm and fuzzies about the weather. So that's rain out there. It looks like it might be raining out there. It's been misting here a little, and we're not gonna melt if we get rained on, but well, I would prefer not to get rained on. Having had a great night in an amazing campsite, we set out for day 3 to finish the Monongahela 200. With very little of the route left ahead of us, we took our time packing camp and set out at a relaxed pace. We're on day 3 of the Monongahela 200 and we're on our way out of the Mauer Tract. We stopped in one of the other great campsites out here. I've already waypointed this one, so if you're a Patreon supporter, you already have access to these coordinates. But this is one of the best campsites out here, probably the number 2, and the one we stayed in last night was number 1. But I had to stop and take another look at it because that view is pretty legit. So Andy, what do you think of the Monongahela 200 so far?
It's been a nice time together of some of the trails that we've hit in the past. It's a really good multiple day adventure, gives some good campsites that we were able to tie in on one trip, and just overall a really fun time.
So this place is amazing. It's one of my favorite places on the East Coast, and I have to give a quick shout out to the person who told me about it. So hop on Instagram, go to Chasing Adventures Overland, and check out my buddy Chris, because he's the one who first told me about this part of West Virginia. It's the whole reason I initially came out here and scouted it out. He's not on YouTube, he's only on Instagram, so again, check him out on there at Chasing Adventures Overland. Making our way toward the northern end of the Mauer Tract, I think about how glad I am that I made the call to come explore it a year and a half ago. This area truly is nothing short of magnificent. We've left the Mauer track, crossed US 250, which is the final stretch of the Monongahela 200. So we will be done probably within an hour or so. Cheat Mountain Road is the final stretch of the Monongahela 200. It's a basic gravel road, and today it's showing us that the peak fall colors aren't necessarily behind us. The Monongahela National Forest does not disappoint when it comes to scenic views. Look at that. What do you think of the Monongahela 200 so far? Drop me a comment, let me know. Like and subscribe also if you haven't already. As we approach the end of the Monongahela 200, I reflect back on the previous 3 days. It was an unbeatable combination of the right people in the right place at the right time. All right, that stop sign is the official end of the Monongahela 200. This is where the route ends at this intersection. It's just going to be county roads until we get back to paved roads. I've had Matt here, my good friend from Simply Must Go, on the trip the whole time. He has filmed this also for Onx's Rugged Adventure series, so I highly encourage you to keep an eye out for that and check it out when it comes out. What did you think of the route, Matt?
I thought it was awesome, particularly this time of year with the fall colors. It was an awesome trip. You did a great job making this route.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a great time. Let me know in the comments what you think of the M200, and like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. And Matt, how do you pronounce the name of the national forest that we're in?
The M200. I can't say it.
That's been a thing all weekend. All weekend.
Monongahela. Monongahela. Is that right?
Yeah, no. Monongahela.
Monongahela, that's what I said.
Yeah, so when the route comes out, it'll be available exclusively in Onx Off-Road, so if you're an Onx user, keep an eye out for it because it should be in the app soon. Until next time, this has been Defiant Off-Road and Simply Must Go.